Shalom everyone and welcome to our live Tu B'Shvat planting event. My name is A.Y. Katzoff. I'm the director of the Heart of Israel, and with me is my colleague.
I'm Miri Ovadia, the head of the international desk of the BINYAMIN region.
Now Miri, this is really amazing. We've done many virtual events, but I think this is our first virtual planting event.
Definitely the first one, special event, one of a kind, and we're very excited to have you all here with us.
This is really amazing. This would not be possible if not for our great friends abroad, the communities in the diaspora of the United States of America and all over the world that sponsor this program and made this possible.
You know, the last year has been really difficult with the global pandemic affecting the world, affecting countries, communities, and people. But if it's done one good thing, it's to allow us an opportunity like this, a virtual gathering in which Jews standing in America and Jews here in the BINYAMIN region can plant trees together.
Yes, Miri, it's actually really amazing. You know, the first thing I did when I made Aliyah, and I came here to Israel, to the BINYAMIN region, a couple hilltops north from here, and I went with my wife and children. We bent down in the ground, we felt the dirt, and we planted our first vineyard. And today, about 10 years later, we're able to drink the wine from our vineyard, and that more than ever shows the connection that we have as the people to the land of Israel.
You know, that's really the essence of Tu B'Shvat, which is the celebration we are celebrating here together today. It's a symbol of Zionism, the act in which Jews standing in Israel, together with friends overseas, are planting trees here together, connecting to the land. But it also has a moral meaning of giving us Jews more awareness and sensitivity to the nature surrounding us. It is my pleasure to invite two very talented young women to play some songs for us. These two young ladies are part of a very special program that takes place in schools in BINYAMIN, in which children learn to play musical instruments. So thank you very much, girls, and let's hear you play.
Wow, that was really, really beautiful. Thank you very much, girls, but stick around because we're going to be doing another song soon. We have a very special guest that I'm going to invite now to the stage. He is a Knesset member, Mr. Uzi Dayan. Mr. Dayan has played many roles in his past in the Israel government. He was also a major general in the Israel Defense Force. He led Israel's most elite unit, Sayeret Matkal, for many years. Today he's also in the Knesset. He's the head of the Tanakh lobby. We are honored, please, to come and give a couple words to all our watchers in the diaspora. Thank you very much, Mr. Uzi Dayan.
Shalom, shalom to everybody from here, the heart of Israel, Eretz BINYAMIN. I came a short way from Jerusalem, from the Knesset, to plant a tree here in Eretz BINYAMIN. And you know why? Not just a contribution to the people who live here, to the community of Mate BINYAMIN. It's not even only a contribution to Zionism. It's more than that. I'll explain myself. Being the national security advisor of two prime ministers in Israel, I was often asked, what is the most important basic asset, strategic asset of Israel? And you know what? This is not the F-35. Not even the Merkava Mark 6 or whatever. It's not even the Israeli capabilities that we are not talking about. The most important basic Israeli strategic asset is the cohesion of the people of Israel and the relations between Israel and the Jewish communities all around. So whatever you do for Israel, and you do a lot, I know, this is not only, we thank you, not only because you give us something, you actually contribute to the strength, to the cohesion, to the unity of the Jewish people. And Israel is not just a Jewish democratic state. We are a Jewish democratic state, but we are the state of the Jewish people. So, what does it do with planting a tree? I came here to plant a tree because when we plant a tree, you actually contribute to this cohesion. What makes us one people? Judaism, the language Hebrew, and the land of Israel. So whatever you can do in order to contribute to it, whatever you give a donation, it's not that a donation, it's something that makes us stronger together. And we hope that the coronavirus disappear, and in those days, we call it AC, after the corona, we'll be happy to host you in Israel, and whatever you can do to plant a tree, to come to visit here, to adopt a municipality, whatever you do, I want, even being an Israeli, saying you two words that we don't often use in Hebrew, and this is Toda Rabba. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chaver Knesset.
Mr. Dayan, thank you very much for honoring us in your presence in this beautiful event. We would like to call on our elected governor of the Benjamin region, the largest regional council in Israel, Mr. Israel Gantz, to say some words of greeting.
Shalom. We are so exciting to stand here together in Benjamin. I must tell you that I was asked so many times today, why do we plant trees on Tu B'Shvat? You know, it's still the middle of the winter. There are no leaves or fruit on most of the trees. So why right now? The reason is that underneath the ground, in this time of the year, the trees work so hard to deepen the roots. Planting trees strengthens our communication, our connection to the land of Israel. Deepen our connection to our history and to this land where the founders of our nation lived. We are standing here today overlooking Jerusalem, right over there, our internal capital, and we promise to continue deepening our roots to our land, to overcome all challenges, and to strengthen our connection to all the Jews in America. We hope to be together next year, here, friends in Binyamin and friends from America, to plant trees and deepen our roots to the heartland. Thank you for this for this wonderful opportunity, and Tu B'Shvat Sameach.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yisrael Gantz, the governor of our region, the biggest region in Israel, BINYAMIN region. Over a century ago, when the first Jewish pioneers came here to Israel and they started planting, working the land became an ideal. Making the desert bloom became the mantra. And as you could see right here behind me, all this green, trees, forests, that only a couple decades ago was a complete desert. And just like a tree, where you'll have one tree, but many branches, the same thing, the Jewish people, there are many branches all over the world, but we all connect to one tree. And there's no bigger symbol of peace than planting here trees in the ground.
Planting trees on Tu B'Shvat has somehow become the most favorite festival in Israel. Everybody celebrates it. And so the Jewish National Fund and even the educational system in Israel have adopted officially this custom. Every year on Tu B'Shvat, we have kindergartens, schools, communities and synagogues, cultural groups. All of them go out, they go outdoors, and they reconnect to nature. These tree planting ceremonies really symbolize the renewed connection between the people and the land. With no further ado, I would like to invite Governor Israel Gantz to plant trees.
הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום, שלום, שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום עליכם, הבאנו שלום, שלום, שלום עליכם. המקדש ייבנה המקדש, עיר ציון תמלא. ייבנה המקדש, 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 ייבנה המקדש, עיר ציון תמלא. ושם נשיר שיר חדש וברננה ושם נשיר שיר חדש וברננה
Thank you, Governor Gantz, for planting a tree in behalf of our friends overseas in New Jersey and other places around the world who couldn't be here today. Hopefully next year we'll be able to be joined by many of our friends from overseas and to celebrate Tu B'Shvat together. We would like to thank everybody who took part in this special event, and we hope to meet you all next year here with us at this same spot and see how the trees planted earlier today by various people and by Governor Gantz become one day a big, strong forest.
Thank you very much. Over.
Thank you.